Hi, long awaited Fenty video is here for you right now. I have started with the Fenty Filt'r Hydrating Primer. Just going to take a pump, and I have already put some moisturizer on this morning, so my face is feeling nice and hydrated. And since it's a powder foundation, you sort of want to make sure that your face is nice and hydrated. So the two colors that I have here is 120 and 150. So you can see the shades are not too different, but I'll just swatch test just to see which one is going to be the best shade for me. I'm going to put on their Lip Pro Kisser, and this one I've used for a fair while. You've got the lip balm, but it's also got tiny little bits through it, and that really just flakes off any dead skin or anything on your lips. Your lips don't feel grainy at all. And now I'll just leave that to soak in while I do the rest of my makeup. And I think because this is a powder foundation, not sure how concealer is gonna sit on top of it. I'm gonna put some concealer on underneath it. So obviously we're using the Fenty concealer. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of concealer under my eyes just to lighten them up. And I've got sort of a little red mark there, and I have some redness here. I'm interested to see how the powder performs under and over different products. This one is 120, and I'm just going to put some probably there, I think. So it looks pretty light. Just try the 150. And that looks like it's a much better match. I'm going to start in the center of my face. So straight away, I can see a difference. Let me just pat it under that eye where the concealer was. I'm really trying just to do one coat at a time, so you can really see whether it is one coat or whether you need a couple. So I sort of feel every time I have to do an area, I have to pick up more powder, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you wanted to do a reasonably medium coverage face, you couldn't just dip the sponge in once and do your whole face. And it does look very nice. It feels nice. Actually really surprised. There's still a little bit of a glow in my skin, which you can probably see in my forehead. I'm just checking the mirror to make sure I've done enough across the top here. You can certainly see the filtered effect in my skin. Just add a little bit more again under the eyes. Just the areas where I feel that my makeup would generally rub off more, and I'd put more foundation there anyway, whether it was a cream or a powder. So in terms of coverage, I actually really like it. You can still see my skin coming through. You can still see there's like luminosity. I have here the Fenty cream, and this is in the color Amber. I like this color because it's sort of more ashy toned, and sometimes I think that the ashy tone, if you're going to be doing any contouring, is a little bit better than something a little bit more orange, because the contour is supposed to just be a shadow. I'm going to add this gradually. Next thing that we have to try is cream blush. Now this one I have is Petal Poppin', and I actually like to take it up to my temple. It gives my face a bit more lift if I bring the blush up than if I just apply it in one area here. You can probably see the difference in that this side here looks like it's sort of higher up than the other side. It's just the Fenty Glow. Okay, so it's just like a bronzer really. Well, let's just put that a bit on top of where we did our contouring, just to bring a bit more warmth into everything. And this is Diamond Bomb, and this one here is another creamy colour, but it is definitely glowy. I wouldn't say it's glittery, it's just got a glow to it. You can see that that's giving my face a nice healthy glow. The next thing we have to try is the Killawatte Lightning Dust, which is this one here, and then the Fire Crystal, which is this one here. I'm going to try the Lightning Dust, which is this one here. I'm going to try a bit more on my top of my cheek there. That's pretty nice. That's a very nice glow. It's not glittery. It's really pretty. Down my nose, gonna put some here. I prefer to put my highlighter probably about here, and that just gives the illusion that my nose is not as long as what it actually is. Let's try the Fire Crystal on that. Oh, that's really glowy. Hey, that's pretty. And I'll pop some down here on my chin, and now I have to try it on my cheeks as well. Wow, so pretty. Check out that glow, my goodness, guys. Let me just tell you, it's all working in really well, really well. I'm going to quickly go and fix up my eyebrows, and then I'll come back and then we'll move on to the eyes. It's the never-ending saga trying to get your eyebrows to look perfect, but you're never going to. They're sisters, not twins. What can you do? So I have number 1 and number 2. So this palette here, I think I've shown you this one before. These shades here, which are really pretty. And then the number 2 is sort of more like your purpley shadows. And I'm not sure if you knew, but the Fenty palettes are actually made to click together. You just click them back to back on top of each other and just click them in. I might today use the number 2 palette. I'm going to use the first palette. This is just the number 1, and I'm just going to go into that shade there, and all I'm going to do is pop it down and then work it through all over my eyelid and in the inner corner as well, because I didn't put concealer on that inner corner, and I find I get a little bit of discoloration in the inner corner there, especially when I'm tired. You can just see the difference that makes. It also helps the next shadow I put on stick to it. Probably don't need to, but you can take that powder under your eye, and that way if you're going to put any more shadow under there, it'll help it stay, but also it'll just give you a little bit of extra insurance for creasing and things like that. I'm going to start with the dark brown colour. So put a little bit on my brush there. Let's start on the outside corner and just work it in. So I'm just going to change brushes, and I'm going to go into this purple colour here, and I'm going to put that all over my lid, and then just take it up and blend it in with that brown, just so that they sort of go together. So I'm going to go down with the brush to get it right down to my lash line, and then I'm going to go back into the crease and blend the colours together. I'm going to take that light pink colour here, take it onto a brush that's not as fluffy as what we've used before. Taking the edge into the crease, the same thing on the other side. Starting from the very inner corner, bringing that out. I'm going to take this shade here, Filt'r shade, going to put that on the outside corner, and I'm just going to put that on the outer third of the eye. My eyes are a little bit hooded, so I think that you get more intensity if you take it up a little bit. So by bringing them up a bit higher, you'll get a better result. And I'm just going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. I'll use this brush. I go into that, and I'm going to put that down the middle, in between the brown and that lighter pink, and I'm just working it down the very middle. And that pink is not too pigmented, actually. It's quite pretty. What if I just run it on top of what we just did? That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Sorry, dog hair. I love my dogs, but I hate their hair. So we've got the paler pink underneath, and then we've got this pink here, this darker pink, that I'm only putting on the actual mobile eyelid. I'm not actually taking it up past the crease. I'm going to go into this dusty mauve colour here that we started with, and I'm just going to run that along the bottom of my lash line. I'm going to go into that dark brown, and I'm actually going to run that along my top waterline. So I'm just going through, and I am just tickling that brown shadow into the eyelash. And when I come to the end, I'm just flicking up. I think I'm just going to use the Climax Extreme Mascara from NARS. I will certainly let you know how long it lasts for. I'm expecting nothing less than 12 hours. My expectations are set very high. Coming to the lips, I have 3 different products here. I have the new Fenty cream. Yeah, this is in the colour Mauve Wives, this one. Then I have this one here, which is an oldie but a goodie. This is Uncuffed. This is really good. And then this one here, which is the Fenty Glow. This one here, that's the Fenty Glow. This one here, which is the Fenty Cream, which is the Mauve Wives. That's definitely different formula there. This one definitely feels like it might dry down eventually. But this one definitely does not look like it's going to dry down anytime soon. And I haven't tried either of these two. This one I have tried, the Uncuffed, and I actually really like it because, again, it looks like it's a lip tint, and it looks like it's going to dry down. It's really moisturizing, but when it does wear off, the color stays. So if you have to wear a mask, this one here is a really, really good one to use. This one might be good with a mask as well. So that's the one I want to try today because I haven't tried it yet. So let's give that a go. I probably went a bit happy with the highlighter thing on the Cupid's bow, but hey. It feels very hydrating. It feels very, very similar to the Uncuffed. I will let you know how this wears with coffee and things like that during the day, so we know how much it's gonna stay on or not stay on. That's everything. I will report back. I'll let you know how everything wears. So we've got some more products coming very, very soon. So stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching. Bye.